I'm Dayna Clendinen, the Interim Executive Director of your Virgin Islands Housing Finance Authority. I'm here with you today because the team and I want to give you some FaceTime regarding our EnVIsion program. We hear you. We're making the changes and we're making progress. As always, joining me is one of our team members who are leading the charge in getting your homes back to you as quickly as possible. With me today is Senior Environmental Manager, Ms. Kyora Viera. How are you? It's so great to see you.
Good day, Ms. Clendinen. I'm great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. So, Kyora, if you can, tell the good folks at home watching how you do what you do. How do we explain to people what it is you do without losing them in all our jargon?
So we conduct what's called the environmental review for the program. This requires us to look at all of the local and federal environmental regulations and ensure each of our applicants' properties, their projects, are in compliance with all of those regulations.
Sounds like so much. That's such an important process. And we hear environmental, we know it, we think of environmental immediately, and unfortunately, we think of, hey, this could cause a delay. Could you tell us, because Miller talked to us last time and he told us a little bit, you have to go through environmental. Could you tell us what are some of the common challenges you face during this environmental process?
One of the main challenges that we have with the environmental review process for this program is obtaining the scopes of work. We also have to consult with a plethora of local and federal agencies. We have to conduct numerous tests on applicants' homes to identify lead, asbestos, sometimes mold, and if there is the potential for any oil or other hazardous materials on site, we conduct testing for that as well. So those are some of the factors that can delay our environmental review process.
Very important to know, and you mentioned in there just having to work with other agencies to get that done. What does that mean for me or the applicant working for those other entities? What's the timeline associated with that?
So it can be very difficult to get some responses from our local and federal agencies, and what we have done in the preliminary to try to circumvent these delays in our timeline is we have triggered the environmental review process for a lot of our applicants up front to begin before we even receive the scope of work. And so we have a lot of applicants that will call and tell us that they're still in the environmental review phase. Right. And that is actually because we have went ahead and triggered this environmental review process for them to go ahead and begin the consultation with these local agencies, to do any upfront testing, so that at the point that we receive our scopes of work, we have all our background information and we can push our applicants' environmental reviews through the pipeline.
Oh my God, everybody, she's so smart. She's thinking ahead. We love it. That's why we hire the greatest and the best. Thank you, Kyora. What else do you want to share with the public?
We've also taken a lot of steps to streamline our floodplain process, and we work directly with HUD to address our lead and asbestos concerns with the program. So this upfront work that we've done in what's called a tiered environmental review process will also ensure that any mitigation measures that need to be implemented into the project are taken into consideration upfront and discussed with any federal or local entities that may want to comment or consult on them.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. Thank you for joining us today. I hope it gave you a little more information as to how the environmental process works. And trust me, it's not us holding up anything, but we have to work with a number of people to get this done. Thank you for your time, patience, and as always, if you want to know more, you want to work for us, because we're always looking for smart people, please visit us at VIHFA.gov. Thanks again for FaceTiming with us here at VIHFA, and thank you, Kyora.
You're welcome.